how the pandemic crisis can create millions of successful entrepreneurs. My name is Lotta Spjut, and I have a passion and a drive to inspire and empower people around the world, especially women, to get and to become successful entrepreneurs. Today, November 2020, the last 8 months have been, and we are still in, an uncertain time that most of us have not experienced before, the global pandemic. Not only affecting the health of many people, but also the global economy. Many people have lost their jobs, and many people are still losing their jobs, jobs that they thought was very secured, and their financial situation has been changed drastically. But also we can see that in most crises, there is becoming opportunities. And these opportunities have most often been there also before the crisis. But we tend to be more skeptical than open to see an opportunity when we are not in need of one. And we also tend not to put in the time to actually look into a business opportunity if we don't need one. This is Asad. Asad is from Bangladesh, but since 10 months he's in Malaysia, because in Bangladesh he could not get a job. So he moved to Malaysia, but when the pandemic came, his working conditions got even harder. They was not good before either. He has very long days. He starts early in the morning and he works to long time in the evenings. His salary is very low. And in April this year, a friend of him contacted, and he was introduced to a home-based business. Asad is not at his home in Bangladesh, he's in Malaysia still, but he looked into it and he understood that he could do it from Malaysia too, to earn some extra money and to support his family back in Bangladesh. After 2 months, Asad could buy his first computer he has ever owned, and also a new mobile phone. These were tools that he understood that could even expand his home-based business. Asad is still in Malaysia because he cannot travel now because of the lockdowns. But when he goes back to Bangladesh, he will bring his home-based business with him. Aina is another guy, 25 years, from Madagascar. Madagascar is one of the world's most poorest country. The average salary there is 50 to 100 euros, and that was before the pandemic. When the pandemic came, a lot of people lost even more jobs there, and Aina was one of them. And out of the oldest kid in the family, and with 2 sisters and the mother, and without any father in the family, Aina has the responsibility to put the food on the table. And that was tough when he lost his work. Also a friend of him, through Facebook, a Facebook friend, contacted him and told him about a home-based business. It took Aina 2 weeks to actually work and earn more than he had done in 4 months as a normal salary in Madagascar. So for Aina, the home-based business opportunity during this pandemic helped him and his family to survive these months, and also a lot of other thousands of people in Madagascar today. And Aina and Asad is only 2 of so many people around the world that has seen, taken and done something with an opportunity during this pandemic crisis. Before, home-based business was a plan B for some people. Today, it's a plan A for a lot of people around the globe. We can also see that when so many people lost their work now, their jobs during the pandemic, also more people opened up their eyes and was looking for opportunities. And being able to work from home with a home-based business, only using your mobile phone, and you can stay at home when you need to stay at home because of the lockdowns, have helped a lot of people to survive these months and to still have an income. When the pandemic is over, we will still see that the home-based business will probably increase even more. One reason is because many business owners and employees that has also been needed to stay at home to work these last months will continue, because they have seen that working from home is a very effective system when you have everything almost online. And also the millions of people that now has started their home-based business, many of these people will continue with that. What are you thinking of when you see this word and when you hear me say network marketing? Maybe some of you are thinking about Tupperware, other people are thinking about Herbalife, some people are thinking about people earning some extra money working from home, and some people are thinking about pyramids. And I did the same thing 14 years ago, before I came in contact with home-based business. At that time, I was the CEO of my own company, but I was also working as a teacher for school year 7 to 9, and also at the university. I also hold the courses in nutrition and in health, both for companies and for private persons. I do have a master degree, I do have bachelor degrees, I have quite many different degrees. And I thought that home-based business and network marketing was for bored, home wives, people without education, and a little bit also actually people that was easy to fool. I quite fast understood that this was only because of my ignorance and my lack of knowledge about one of the biggest industries out there. Actually an industry that is bigger than the music, the movie, the gaming, the health, nutrition industries together. I have met and I still meet a lot of great entrepreneurs that has done their home-based business. Some of them have been home wives since before. Some are without high school education. But also many have had professions like lawyers, teachers, doctors, nurses, military officers, and so on. And like in any businesses, like in traditional business, as home-based business, you will find bad companies. You will find less good people. I call them gold diggers. People that think that a business, also a home-based business, is a lottery or a game, but they will never succeed in any business they are doing. No matter gender, age, where you are born, prior experiences, education, as long as we are teachable and want to have a change in our lives, like Aina, like Assad, and also like Ernie. Ernie is from South Africa. She's an accountant as a profession. But when the pandemic came to South Africa, she was an accountant for an air flight company, and there is not so many airplanes going now. She lost her work. Her oldest daughter's dream is to study abroad, and that was something that the family has saved money for being able to do. This dream crashed when Ernie lost her work. Ernie was also introduced for a home-based business online. She was a bit skeptical to the beginning because she had no prior experience about working from home. But she started to attend trainings, learning more about becoming an entrepreneur. And some weeks ago, I was in a presentation, in a training, and listened to her. And she was telling her story. And she started to cry. She didn't cry because she was sad. She cried because she was so happy, because that day she just earned enough money for her oldest daughter to study abroad. And she told they could even choose what country their daughter could go to school. So this is the power of being open, see and take and do something with an opportunity during a crisis that we might not have done if the crisis wasn't there. Home-based business will also, if we are open to it, give us something that regular school is not giving. And I know because I have been a teacher for many years. And that knowledge is about goal setting, setting goals in life, entrepreneur skills, leadership skills, and personal growth. This is knowledge that no one can take away from you, even if you choose to not continue doing your home-based business. You can have use of this knowledge also in other parts of your life. Home-based business is a work. No business will survive if we don't do the work. As I said, there also come in gold diggers in home-based business. And it can be a challenge in the beginning, going from being an employee, knowing what you are supposed to do, to both being your CEO and your employee. But if we are teachable, and no matter what profession, prior experience we had, if we are teachable and we are walking and following the people that has done it before us, like in anything we want to learn, we will have success. But if we start to listen and take advices from people that most often give the most advices, but they have no knowledge, like I was 14 years ago. I thought it was only for home wives and people that was easy to fool. If people had followed me at that time, no one should have started with their successful businesses that I know today. So it is a freedom under responsibility to be working from home. But at the same time, today, I listen to everyone, but I take advices from people I want to change place with. 14 years ago, there was no pandemic crisis. So I thank myself that I saw, took, and did something with this opportunity. My success has not happened during one night. It is a process, and this process is still running. I'm learning new things every day. I learned a lot today from all of the other speakers here. But it's also connected to growth and wanting and having a desire to grow even more. This pandemic crisis has opened up an opportunity that is not for a few chosen. It is for the one who choose to see it, take it, and do something with it. And as I said, growth is connected to changes and this desire of having a change. And there is many people out there today that are in need of this change. So I will round this up with two quotes. One is from Sir Richard Branson, and he is a great entrepreneur, but he's also a big fan of home-based business. If somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it later. And the theme of TEDx that we have here today is fearless. And fear is something that stops many of us for doing things that we want to do. So I used to think about fear that forget everything and rise. So start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Thank you very much for me.